Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Srimad Bhagavatam, 8th canto, chapter 8, text 3. Jai Sravanamo Yo Bhutchandra Panduro Asmin Bali Sprang Sakre Nendra Iswara Sikhyayam Tadauti Sravanamo Ayo Bhutchandra Pandura Tasmin Bali Sprang Sakre Nendra Iswara Sikhyaya. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter, a horse named Uchisrava, which was as white as the moon, was generated. Bali Maharaj desired to possess this horse, and Indra, the king of heaven, didn't protest, for he had previously been so advised by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Next verse, text 4. Tato Iravatu Namo Varanendro Vinirgata Dantescha Turbishweta Adreharan Bhagavato Mahang Adreharan Bhagavato Mahing Tato Iravato Namam Bharendro Vinirgataha Dantescha Turbhi Shwetar Dreharan Bhagavato Mahing. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. At the next result of the churning, the king of elephants named Airavata was generated. This elephant was white, and with its 4 tusks, it defied the glories of Kailasa mountain, the glorious abode of Lord Shiva. Text 5. Aira Vanadaya Sostostostau Diggaja Abhavanstat Abhramo Prabhrutayo Astaucha Karinyastobhavan Nrupa Airavana Dayastastu Diggaja Abhavanstataha Abhramo Prabhrutayo Astahu Cha Karinya Stobhavan Nrupa. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Thereafter, O king, 8 great elephants which could go in any direction were generated. They were headed by Airavana. 8 sea elephants headed by Abhramu were also generated. Shloka Rodyanvat Kahu, purport by Srila Prabhupada. The names of the 8 elephants were Airavana, Pundarika, Vamana, Kumada, Anjana, Puspadanta, Sarvabhauma, and Supratika. This is description here given. What are things coming out, generated and coming out from churning of the milk ocean? Other descriptions will come. Here, Sukadeva Goswami gives these descriptions how the Suchisrava Aswa, a horse named Uchisrava came, then Airavata Hasti, an elephant, was king of the elephants. Airavata came, then 8 great elephants, and also 8 sea elephants, Abhramu, also generated. And so many other things will come out. That's what the Goswami will say. How could Sukadeva Goswami say all these things? Has he seen all these things? How he said? How is saying all these things? These things are coming out. How is saying? He has heard. Heard from whom? He has heard from his father, Vyasdev, isn't it? Or he has gotten this teaching. Do you understand? Has received this teaching, this knowledge from his father, Srila Vyasdev, who is the compiler of Srimad Bhagavatam. Isn't it? Srimad Bhagavatam pramanam amalam prema pumurtha mahan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu matamidam tatradara napara. Mahaprabhu's opinion. The Mahaprabhu has given this opinion. Srimad Bhagavatam is spotless proof. Pramanam amalam. Spotless proof. No wrong, no mistake is there. Krishna Tulya Bhagavata is as good as Krishna. Is as good as Krishna. As we take shelter of Krishna, similarly we take shelter of Bhagavata. Bhagavad Shastra is as good as Krishna, is Vibhu. You understand? As Krishna has his mercy, the Shastra has mercy. Sadhu Shastra provides, Sadhu has mercy, and Shastra has mercy. Sadhu is also Bhagavata, embodiment of Bhagavata. Isn't it? It's embodiment of Bhagavata. Bhagavata has assumed a body, that is Sadhu, Bhakta Bhagavata, known as Bhakta Bhagavata. You understand? It's Grantha Bhagavata, Bhakta Bhagavata. In two places, we hear this word Bhagavata. दुई स्थाने भागवत नाम सुना जाए. In two places we hear this name Bhagavata. Bhakta Bhagavata, Grantha Bhagavata. Grantha and Bhakta. Bhakta is the embodiment of Bhagavata. You understand? जाओ भागवत पढ़ो वैष्णव स्थाने. एकांत आश्रय करो चैतन्य चरणे. Therefore we say, go to such Bhagavata. Such Bhakta Bhagavata, devotee Bhagavata, which is the embodiment of Bhagavata. If you want to study Bhagavata or learn Bhagavata, serious, you are very serious, go and approach such a Bhagavata. Then you can, by his mercy, understand Bhagavata and acquire the knowledge of Bhagavata. Do you understand? And ultimate attainment of Bhagavata study, what is that? Is jasyang vaisriyamanayang Krishne parama puruse bhaktir rutpaditi punso shoko moho bhayapaha. You understand? Why will approach such a Bhagavata and hear Srimad Bhagavatam from him? Why? Jasyang vaisriyamanayang Krishne parama puruse bhaktir rutpaditi punso shoko moho bhayapaha. Only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. You understand? One can very easily develop Krishna Bhakti. You understand? Easily develop Krishna Bhakti only by hearing. Only by hearing. No other thing is there. You understand? Sthane sthita srujigatam tanumang manavit te praya sajita jita pesita trilokam. Elsewhere in that is also said. In whatever position one may be, no need of changing position. No need. If one is in brahmachari position, one is in grahastha position, one is in banprasti position, one is sannyas, whatever position, let him be there. Only here. Thane sthita srujigatang tanumang manabhir te praya sajita jito pyasa stuti. You will develop such bhakti only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam from the right source, means not bogus source, bona fide source. Bhakta Bhagavata, one will very easily develop Krishna Bhakti. That is the ultimate attainment of the human life, for which human life is meant. That is fifth Purusartha. You understand? In other words, we may say, a human being very easily attain the, supreme perfection in his life, only by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. If someone develops such bhakti, then soka moho bhayapaha. That all his lamentations, all his delusion, all his fear is completely destroyed. This material platform is filled with lamentation, with fear, with delusion, with suffering. All are suffering from time immemorial. Krishna boli sahi jugo, jiva onadi bahirmukho. Otaev maya tare deo sansaradi. From time immemorial, anadi, you cannot trace out its beginning. When you have forgotten Krishna, anadi. So, from time immemorial, that conditioned soul is here and has been suffering and suffering and suffering and suffering. You understand? Unlimited suffering. Because he has forgotten Krishna. Jiva has his eternal loving relationship with Krishna. Jiva has his eternal loving relationship with Krishna. And he has forgotten it from time immemorial. Therefore, he is now put into here this dreadful ocean of material existence and is drowning and drowning and drowning and has been suffering suffering and suffering. This is the reason why jiva suffers. Do you understand? So, how his suffering will be done away with? How? His suffering will be done away with. How? Huh?
Krishna is representing.
Yeah. If someone is fortunate, the tax shelter comes and approach a sadhu, Bhakta Bhagavata, who is completely surrendered unto the lotus feet of Krishna. You understand? If such a jiva, fortunate jiva, comes and takes shelter of a sadhu and hears Krishna Katha from him, do you understand? Hears Krishna Katha from him, then his fear, his lamentation, his delusion will be destroyed for good. For good. You understand? This is the only way. Anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. Those sadhus, those are completely surrendered souls, sadhu Vaishnavas, bhaktas. Out of mercy, they are wandering here in this material world. They have no business here. They are not forced to come here. A conditioned soul is forced to come here for supper. But sadhu mahajan, Vaishnava na karma bandhanam ta Vaishnava nang jayate. The Vaishnava has no karma bandhan. Do you understand? He is a liberated soul. Do you understand? He has no karmic reaction. So why he will come here? He will never come here. He belongs to the spiritual world, Vaikuntha Lok. Krishna's abode, or Vishnu's abode. Where there is no birth, death, old age, disease, no suffering, no lamentation, no fear. So why he comes here? Out of God's mercy. His heart bleeds, seeing the suffering of these conditioned souls. Do you understand? So he comes. Anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janadas. Anugraha, out of mercy, out of compassion. You understand? Out of compassion, mercy, they come down here and wander here. And they are always showering their mercy on these suffering souls. How are they showering their mercy? By speaking about Krishna. Do you understand? Krishna Paratattva Upadesh. They give instruction on Paratattva. Krishna Tattva, Isa Tattva. That is their daya. That is their mercy. Do you understand? That is their mercy. They speak about Krishna. Always speak about Krishna. As soon as they open their mouth, they speak about Krishna. Nothing else. That is their mercy. Do you understand? That is their mercy. So, Jiva Goswami, Sri Jiva Goswami has quoted one verse from 11th canto in Bhakti Sandarbha. It says, Bhayam ditya abhinivesata syat isadape tasya viparjaya smriti tanmayaya to budho abhajettat bhakti sang gurudevatatma. Do you understand? 11th canto, 11 to 37. Why? Why there is fear? What is the reason of fear? That it says. It is fear here. Material world. Bhaya. Ditya vinivesato syat. Isadapi tasya varjaya smriti. Talmayat buddha abhadetat bhakti sang gurudevatatma. That means that soul forgetful soul has forgotten Krishna from time immemorial. So, his attention is not at the lotus feet of Krishna. His attention is other than lotus feet of Krishna, in something material objects. You understand? His attention is on some material objects, not at the lotus feet of Krishna. So, only attention should be fixed, mind should be fixed at the lotus feet of Krishna. This is abhinivesa, is attention, is only attention. Not second, not others' attention. If this attention is not there, So second attention, Ditya Abhinivesa. Do you understand? Other than the lotus feet of Krishna. That is second, Ditya Abhinivesa. That means attention is in material world or material objects. Therefore he suffers. Therefore he is fearful in every step. What will happen to me? What will happen to my wife? What will happen to my children, my family, my country, my friend, my wealth, like this, like this, like this. The reason for fearing, isn't it? Every moment, every step, isn't it? Because his attention is other than the lotus feet of Krishna, is some other second object. Ditya Abhinivesa. Therefore, Isadapetasya viparjaya smriti tanmayata buddha abhajatot bhakti sangurudevata buddha. The pandits, learned persons, pandit, that means bhakta, bhagavata. Do you understand? Vaishnavas, Gurudev, that's Gurudev, spiritual master. Huh? What do? They speak about Krishna, they instruct, give this instruction to one and all, take complete shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. Do you understand? They give this instruction. So, one is a fortunate soul, so getting such instruction from Buddha, Pandit, or Gurudev, he will take shelter at the lotus feet of Krishna. In other words, we say, he will do Krishna bhajan, Hari bhajan, under the guidance of Guru. Do you understand? Do Hari bhajan, Krishna bhajan under guidance of Guru. Do you understand? Bhajaniya. But in English you say bhajan. Govinda Madi Purusam Tamahum Bhajami. What do you say? Huh? Worship. Yes. Bhaj dhatu in Sanskrit means to serve. Do you understand? To serve. Bhaj dhatu meaning serve. From bhaj, the words come. Bhakti, bhakta, bhagavan. All these words come from this root, verbal root bhaj. Do you understand? The Sanskrit word bhaj. Do you understand? So the word bhajan comes. Do you understand? Bhajan. Huh? Chanting, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. This is Nam bhajan. Do you understand? This is also worship or serving. Seva. Do you understand? 9 types, Sravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu, Smaranam, like this. 9, Navadha. Navadha Bhakti, 9 types. Hearing, what do you say? Sravanam, Kirtanam. Sravanam, hearing, Kirtanam, chanting. Do you understand? Smaranam, remembering. Like this. Offering worship. Do you understand? Dasya, Sakhyam, Atmavedanam. All this Navadha Bhakti is there. 9 types. There's 9 types of devotional service. 9 types of devotional service. It's all generated from this word, bhaj. Bhaj means seva, service. Do you understand? So that this word comes bhajan, then Hari bhajan. We say Hari bhajan, Krishna bhajan. So one should do this bhajan under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master. Do you understand? Tanmaya tabdha bhajat bhakti kayi sam gurudeva tatma. Then he will be completely free from this fearful situation. He becomes fearless. Do you understand? He becomes fearless. He is not afraid of any situation. Do you understand? He is not afraid of any situation. That is their 6th canto. Narayana parasarve na kutasana bibhyati swargapavargo narakesopi tulyarthadarshina. 6th canto. Narayana parasarve na kutasana bibhyati. Those who are completely taken shelter at the lotus of Lord Narayana, they are not afraid of any situation. Do you understand? Even if they will be placed in Naraka, still they are not afraid. Sarga apavarga narakesopi. If they are placed in Sarga, heavenly planet, or apavarga, Brahman effulgence, or Naraka in hell, still they are not afraid. Do you understand? They are not afraid of this. Because they have completely taken shelter of lotus feet of Lord Narayan. But there is no question up here at all. The lotus feet of Lord Narayan, Lord Krishna, is such a place where there is no fear, no lamentation, and no death. অভয় অশোক অমৃতের স্থল তোমার চরণোদয় তখন তাহাতে এখনো বিশ্রাম লভিয়া ছাড়িলু ভবর ভয় Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Oh Lord, your lotus feet is such a place that there is no fear, no lamentation, and no death. Do you understand? So I now take shelter completely at such lotus feet. So now I am completely free from this material fears. Completely free. Do you understand? He says. That he says. Tanmayata buddha bhajet bhakti so gurudeva tatma. So, that one fortunate soul takes shelter of such guru, Bhakta Bhagavata, and does Hari Bhajan under his guidance. So he becomes completely free from this fear. He is not afraid of any situation. Do you understand? So we also say this thing very often. Why Hari is bhajaniya? Why we should do Hari Bhajan? Why? Why shall I do Hari Bhajan? Why? Why he is only worshipable person? So if he will be Supreme Lord, so he will worship him. Jiva has his eternal loving relationship with him. Do you understand? Jiva has his eternal loving relationship with Lord Hari or Krishna. Do you understand? So he is bhajaniya. Do you understand? With whom you have your loving relationship, you should always think of him. You should always speak of him. You should always, you'll like very much to hear about him. You like very much to serve him because you love him. He's the object of my love, isn't it? He's the object of my love. So it is quite natural. One will like to serve him, and will like to speak about him, and like to hear about him, and like to think about him. Isn't it? You'll never forget him even for a moment, because such an object of love. Even for a moment he is not prepared to forget him. The Lord Hari, Lord Krishna. Because we have such a loving relationship with him, and his eternal loving relationship. Jiva has his eternal loving relationship with Lord Hari, Krishna. So he is bhajaniya. With that bhajan we get pleasure. We get pleasure. Because we have loving relationship. Otherwise, how can we get pleasure? Do you understand? And that is the pleasure of the soul, not the pleasure of the body or mind. Isn't it? What sort of pleasure it is? It's pleasure of the soul. Jayatma so prasidati. Atma, soul, gets pleasure. Not the body and not mind. The pleasure of the body and mind is temporary, because it is temporary. Not eternal. But soul is eternal. The pleasure of the soul is eternal, whereas the pleasure of the body and mind is temporary. Because body and mind is material and is temporary. Isn't it? This is why Lord Hari is bhajaniya. In other words, we say this attribute of bhajaniya guna, is there in Hari. Do you understand? Understand me? These attributes are there with Hari. This bhajaniya guna, the attributes of bhajan, there in Hari. Therefore Hari is bhajaniya. Do you understand? And if we do Hari bhajan under the guidance of a bona fide Bhakta Bhagavata, then all your material fears, lamentations, sufferings, do you understand? Delusions, will be destroyed for good. Do you understand? And what is the root? What is the root of this suffering? Huh? Huh?
Forgetfulness of Krishna.
The root of suffering is avidya, ignorance, nascence. Do you understand? Therefore you have forgotten. Isn't it? Maya is avidya. Krishna Surya sama maya hoy andhokar. Jahan Krishna tahan nahi maya adhikar. We say, Krishna is like sun, maya is darkness. Where there is sun, there is no question of darkness. So, sun or light is compared to, the knowledge is compared to light or sun. Jnana loka, isn't it? Alok means light. The sun gives light. The knowledge comes from Krishna. So he's like sun. There is no question of darkness. Maya is darkness, is avidya, is an essence, isn't it? This is the root. This avidya, essence, is the root of suffering. Therefore we have forgotten, and therefore we are suffering. Do you understand? And if you do bhajan, with the guidance of a bona fide Guru, Bhakta Bhagavata, then this root will be completely destroyed. Do you understand? Root will be destroyed. Root is an essence of Vidya. This will be completely destroyed. So there will be no question of suffering at all, because root is destroyed. If root is not destroyed, suffering will come again. For temporary period, there may not be suffering, but it again come, because root is not destroyed. Isn't it? That example we give. Bansanala, do you understand? In forest fire, do you understand? There's a jungle of bamboo. There's a bamboo jungle. So there is forest fire. So that jungle is completely burnt to ashes. Completely burnt to ashes. No traces. But its root is underneath the earth. Its root is not destroyed. When some shower of rain comes, then again it sprouts. Because root is not destroyed. Do you understand? So your suffering for temporary period may vanish. But root is not destroyed, so again it will come. Again will suffer. But how the root will be destroyed? By Hari Bhajan. Hari Bhajan, the root will be destroyed. If you do such bhajan is Priti Purna bhajan. You understand? Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said. Tesang Sattajuktanang Bhajatam Priti Purvakam. Do you understand? Which is the word Priti. It was significant word. Priti means love. You should do Hari Bhajan with love. Do you understand? With love. Jagadish Pandita. Do you understand? Yes. If you have no love, you can't do bhajan. You can't do bhajan. Because it's a loving affair. Isn't it? It's a loving affair. And we have this loving relationship, eternal loving relationship with Lord Hari. So is bhajan here. So bhajans are done with love. You understand? This is most important. This word is very important, significant. Then the root will be completely destroyed. Avidya. No question of nature at all. No question. Do you understand? And you will never suffer. Do you understand? So, it said in Srimad Bhagavatam, Evam sochite satayeva siddho atma priyartho bhagavan ananta tam nirbruto san nyatartho bhajet sansar hetu paramasta jatra 226. Find out the verse. Find out the verse. Evam sochitte sadaiva siddho atma priyartho bhagavan ananta tam nirbruto san nyatartho bhajet sansar hetu paramasta jatra. Do you find out? 226. Sochitte, yes, retranslation.
Thus, being fixed, one must render service unto the super soul, situated in one's own heart by his omnipotency. Because he is the almighty personality of Godhead, eternal and unlimited. He is he is the ultimate God of life. And by worshipping Him, one can get the cause of the conditioned state of existence.
By worshipping Him, one?
He is the ultimate God of life, and by worshipping Him,
Huh.
one can end the cause of the conditioned state of existence.
Completely.
Yes.
Free from the conditional state. Isn't it? That means his suffering will be destroyed for good. That is what it says. Jiva Goswami, do you understand? Jiva Goswami has said this thing in Bhakti Sandarbha, that by bhakti, one will directly, directly have the darshan of that Paratattva. Paratattva means supreme truth, means the supreme Lord. You understand? Only by hearing, Dasyang Vaisruyamanayam Krishna Parampus, only by hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam Krishna Katha from the right source, one will develop such bhakti. Do you understand? And that bhakti, so that bhakti, you directly see that Paratattva. That says, Sakhyat Darshan, Sakhyat, Paratattva Sakhyat Darshan. Do you understand? And that one verse is also there in Srimad Bhagavatam. Srutekhita patham. That verse is there. Srutekhita patham. That verse is there. Sruta ikhita. Sruta means by hearing, you will see. By hearing, you will see. Otherwise, you can see. That Brahma Samhita says, Premanjana surita bhakti vilochanena santa sadeva hudeso vilokayanti jansyama sundaram achintya guna surupam Govindam adi purusam tamam bhajami. Premanjana surita bhakti. What sort of vision is required to see that Paratattva Supreme Lord? Premanjana surita bhakti vilochana. One who has smeared that ointment of love on his eyes. You understand? Premanjana. His bhakti chakyu. His eye of devotion. His bhakti chakyu. Through that vision one will see. You understand? How that ointment will be smeared in your eyes? Only by hearing. Only by hearing from the right source. That ointment of love automatically will be smeared onto your eyes. Then you can see. Sudekita Patham. Then you see. How Lord is there, all beautiful. Krishna is there. You understand? It is Sudekita Patham. Only by hearing that. Rupa Goswami has said that thing. So this bhajan should be done with bhakti, with loving relationship, priti, with love. Do you understand? In Bhakti Sandra Jiva Goswami has said, Kintu sakhyad bhaktya sravan kirtanadi lakshanaiva bhajeto ityuktang. Do you understand? Ityuktang sakhyad bhaktya sravan kirtanadi lakshanaiva bhajet. Sravan kirtan. Do you understand? By hearing. Then you will speak kirtan, do kirtan. And what will you do kirtan? What you have heard you will do. You will just do that thing. Otherwise you cannot do kirtan. How can you do kirtan? What kirtan will you do? If you have not heard. What you have heard from your Guru, you will speak about it. That is kirtan. So first is hearing, then comes kirtan. First hear, then say, then chant. Isn't it? It's Shravana and Kirtan. That Jiva Goswami says, Sakhyat Bhaktya Shravana Kirtana. Shravana Kirtana Adi Lakshaniva Bhajet. So he will do bhajan. One was heard this Krishna Katha, nectarian Katha of Krishna, or Bhagavata Katha Amrita from Satsadhu. He can do Kirtan. And he will very easily develop this bhakti and he will do this Hari Bhajan with love. You understand? Otherwise, he cannot do. And such a person, you understand? And such a person will develop taste for it. You understand? Develop taste. Ruchi. Because this is nectarian. Harikatha, Krishna Katha, Bhagavad Katha is nectarian. If you want to taste this nectar, can you part with it? Can you leave it? No. Always, always, I want that nectar, nectar. In material world, you see, this, those who are very much addicted to this intoxication, they don't want to part with it. They are so much addicted. You understand? Once taking liquor, you understand? Taking liquor, so at that time he's thinking, Indra, I am heaven, I'm king of heaven now, Indra. You understand? So every day he's loitering at the liquor shop to take it, take it. He's just so much addicted to intoxication. He doesn't want to buy such nasty things. Vista, stool, eating stool. But if you can taste nectar, how can you part with it? Isn't it? Huh? So this says, ruchi. This is a question of taste. So one should develop the taste. Develop the taste. How can one develop such taste? Unless you have developed taste, you cannot enter into this dharma, Bhagavad dharma. You understand? Bhajan. You cannot do bhajan. Unless you get taste for it, can you do bhajan? You'll feel tired. Oh, I am tired. I cannot do. I can chant Hare Krishna. You feel tired. But there's no question of tired, becoming tired. Huh? There's no question at all. It's such a thing, such a nectarian thing, such a loving affair. Huh? Is there any question of tiredness? That says. It is said that Susruso sadhanasya vasudeva katharuchi syan mahatsevaya vipra punyatirtho nisebanar. 1-16. Find that verse. Susruso sadhanasya vasudeva katharuchi syan mahatsevaya vipra punyatirtho nisebanar. This is question of ruchi, test. Do you find? Susruso sadhanasya. Yes, katha, ruchi. That word ruchi is there. Yes.
One gains affinity for hearing the messages.
Yes, affinity. Prabhupada use that word, affinity. Do you understand? Ruchi. Say that, see that word ruchi in what word meaning? Affinity, yes. Such addiction, it means other word addiction. He becomes addicted to it, isn't it? It's affinity. Prabhupada has used that word, affinity. Ruchi is translated like this, affinity. Means addiction. He becomes so much addicted to it. He doesn't want to be away from it. Do you understand? So ruchi, then it's a test. If you develop taste for it, a nectarian taste, then the question of affinity will come, addiction will come. Otherwise, how will it come? Do you understand? This is ruchi. Sususosadhanasya vasudeva katha ruchi syan mahatsevaya. How it will be developed? By mahatsevaya. That word is there. By mahatsevaya. By serving such Mahatma sadhus. Yes, pure devotees, Mahatma sadhus. That is mahatsevaya. Then you will develop such affinity, such addiction or such taste. Otherwise you cannot develop such taste. If there is no taste, you cannot do bhajan. No question of bhajan at all. There is no taste. It tastes bitter. How can you chant? Gokul Das. Oh, I am so tired. My body is tired. You see? There is no question of tiredness. If you taste it, develop a taste, nectarian taste, no question at all. Do you understand? In other words, we may say, you cannot enter into this Bhagavata dharma or bhajan dharma unless you develop taste. Do you understand? So first thing is to associate with such pure devotee. Do you understand? This association. is most important thing. Most important thing. Is most important thing. The association of such pure devotees. So, 11th canto, Lord Krishna has said that thing to Dhava. You understand? 11th canto, Srimad Bhagavatam, Lord Krishna has said about this association of sadhu, sadhu sangha, association of sadhus. Nimajjon majjatang ghore bhavabdho paramayanam santo brahmavida santa nau drude bapsu majjatang jatho prasrayamanasya bhagavantam vibhavasum sitam bhayam tamapyeti sadhun sansevi. 11, 26, 26. These three verses. Do you understand? Have you those verses? Now. Nimajjon majjatangori bhavabdho paramayanam santo brahmavida santa naudrude bapsu majjatang. Do you understand? He says. Krishna says to Uddhava. Uddhava is very dear devotee of Krishna. An inquiry. Uddhava inquired about sadhu sangha. So Krishna says this thing. The person who is drowning in the ocean, you understand? He is drowning. He is helpless. He is in need of a very strong boat, isn't it? A drowning person. Also, it is said, he is so helpless, even a piece of, a blade of grass is floating, he also catches hold of it. He's so helpless, feeling so helpless, isn't it? But he is in need of a very strong boat. Otherwise, how will be saved from drowning? The boat will save him, isn't it? Is it need of such strong boat? Similarly, the conditioned soul or forgotten soul is drowning in this dreadful ocean of material existence, isn't it? It's drowning. Khacho habudubu bhai. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Miche mayar bose, jatso bose, khacho habudubu bhai. Is that song is there? Miche mayar bose, jatso bose, khacho habudubu bhai. Oh bhai, oh brother, you are drowning in this dreadful ocean of material existence, isn't it? Being enchanted by Maya. Do you understand? Maya, illusory ocean, is material ocean, isn't it? This dreadful ocean of material existence, you are drowning. You have been drowning. Do you understand? Gour bhavarnavo, very dreadful ocean of material existence. You have been drowning. So you are in need of a very strong boat. And what is the strong boat? That is the association of sadhu. The association of sadhu is a strong boat for you. And you are in need of such a boat. You understand? That is only need. Take shelter of such sadhu. That is a strong boat. You understand? He says, another example gives here, Tatho prasrayamanasya bhagavantam vibhavasam sitam bhayam tamapyati sadhum sansevitas tata. You are suffering from very freezing cold. So what do you need? How will be free from such suffering of freezing cold? If you approach fire god, Agnidev, isn't it? If you take shelter of Agnidev, fire god, so you'll be free from this suffering of freezing cold. Sansevita, he says, Vibhavasu means Agnidev, fire god. Do you understand? If someone is with fire god, this cold will never touch him. The cold will be away from him, isn't it? Similarly, and this fire does two works, two activities. It saves one, protects one from suffering from freezing cold, and also it dissipates the darkness. Isn't it? Two things. Fire does, Agni does. Similarly, the sadhus, they are like fire. They are like fire. You understand? The sadhus, pure devotees are like fire. So, if you take shelter of the sadhus, so your ajnana andhakar, the darkness caused by ignorance, will be completely dissipated. Do you understand? Because they are imparting knowledge, which is like effulgent light. So there will be no question of ignorance at all, darkness at all. Do you understand? And second thing, that you are suffering out of that ignorance. Do you understand? That is like freezing cold. So that suffering also will be mitigated for good. If you take shelter of the sadhus, two things will come up. Do you understand? And here it says, Tato sita bhayam tamapyati sadhanam sadhun sansevitas tatha. By the taking shelter of sadhus and serving those sadhus, getting their mercies, you'll be completely free from this fear of this drowning in this dreadful ocean of material existence. And the root of this suffering is avidya, nations, will be completely destroyed. There will be no question of nations, no question of ignorance, no question of darkness at all. Ignorance or maya is darkness. There's no question of maya, no question of darkness. It will be always in effulgent light. That's jnana lok. That light, that jnana is compared to light. Do you understand? Paratattva jnana. What sort of jnana? It's not material knowledge, spiritual knowledge. It's like effulgent light. If there's such effulgent light, there's no question of darkness at all. So there will be no question of avidya, essence. So there will be no question of suffering. Your suffering is completely destroyed for good. If you approach and take shelter of the sadhus. Atev, therefore it is said, Tatadu sangam sujya, sasu sajjed buddhiman, santavasa chinnanti, manobhyasanga mukti. Therefore, one who is intelligent person, conscientious person, he should give up dusanga, asatsanga, the association of non-devotees. He should give up the association of non-devotees. Dusanga, asatsanga, he should associate with sadhu Mahatmas. Do you understand? And from there, hear from them, with the concentrated attention, hear what sadhu says, what instruction sadhu gives. And you should have unflinching faith in it. Shraddha is unflinching faith in it. They do Krishna Kirtan. They do Hari Bhajan, Hari Kirtan. Do you understand? By hearing such Krishna Kirtan, Krishna Katha, Hari Katha from the mouth of such sadhus, your whole material ignorance, darkness, and filth accumulated in your heart will completely purified. Darkness will completely dissipated. Your avidya, in other words, your nations will be completely destroyed for good. Then, what you say? You'll be sent person. You'll be in that effulgent light. You understand? Effulgent light. Suddha jnana, pure knowledge. That's effulgent light. Suddha jnana, pure knowledge compared to effulgent light. Do you understand? But there is no suffering at all. But there is darkness, there is suffering. There is no darkness, why you suffering? Maya is darkness, andhakar. There is no maya, how will there be suffering? So only by the association of sadhus, you will have such state. You will attain such states. Do you understand? The purpose is there. The sadhu mahajanas, they are completely surrendered souls. Out of mercy, causeless mercy, anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya, out of compassion, out of mercy, they come down here to this material world. They have no business here. Because they don't belong to this material world. They belong to the spiritual world. They are always with the Supreme Lord. Do you understand? Why will they come here? It's only out of mercy, anugraha, compassion. for these suffering souls. Their heart bleeds. Therefore they come here. They have developed such priti, such love towards Krishna. So they love one and all. Because soul belongs to Krishna. Mami Bansa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, 15th chapter of Gita says, Krishna says, Jiva, soul, eternally, my part. My part. Mami Bansa Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana, eternally my part. The sadhu Mahatma sees soul in that way. Oh, it belongs to Krishna, which is my object of love. Isn't it? This soul, the soul is suffering out of ignorance from time immemorial. But it belongs to Krishna, who is the object of my love. So he is also object of my love, the soul, because it belongs to Krishna, who is object of my love. So such a person will love one and all. Develops a love towards Krishna. Otherwise, there is no person of love. So out of that love, they come down here. No, let me go and deliver such that soul. Let him be free from the suffering for good. This is question of love, priti. Do you understand? This is question. So they come down here. Anugrahaya charanti bhavyani bhutani janardanasya. Out of mercy, they are wandering here in this material world. To show mercy, to show our mercy upon this conditioned soul, suffering souls. And they are the embodiment of Saranagati. Saranagati Murta Vigraha. Because they are completely surrendered souls. He is sadhu. This is the chief symptom of sadhu, who is completely surrendered souls, and person surrendered soul. He is sadhu. Mukhya lakshana. That's mukhya lakshana. Others are guna, secondary. Do you understand? Corollary. I say corollary, are secondary things. That will come up automatically. If mukhya is there, chief symptom is there, secondary ones come automatically. No separate endeavor is needed. So, one who is completely surrendered soul is sadhu. If you have no love towards Krishna, you cannot surrender. If there is love, then you can surrender. Otherwise, you cannot surrender. Braja. That word is there. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. Do you understand? That last verse. Concluding instruction. Most confidential instruction of Krishna. Sarvadharman paritejya mamekam saranam braja. This word braja means go. General meaning. Do you understand? Braja means go. Gacha in Sanskrit. You go and take shelter. Give up all sorts of religions and just surrender unto me. Do you understand? But it has some very deep purport in it. Braja means Braja pray. Do you understand? Braja pray. Do you understand? Prem, love. Braja Bhumi, you should know Braja Bhumi. Braja means Braja pray. Do you understand? Those who are in Braja Bhumi, do you understand? The residents of Braja Bhumi, inhabitants of Braja Bhumi, do you understand? They love Krishna. So much. Krishna is their like heart and soul, life and soul. Isn't it? Krishna is like their heart and soul. They love Krishna so much. Do you understand? The residents of Brajbhumi. Inhabitants of Brajbhumi. So this word Braja is significant. That means if you have not such love, you cannot surrender. And they are completely surrendered unto Krishna. Do you understand? Completely surrendered. Completely surrendered. Do you understand? They are completely surrendered. And Krishna protects them from all. They are not afraid of any situation. If anything is there, they call Krishna. Do you understand? Oh, Krishna, please come. Where are you? Krishna comes and protects them. Do you understand? And so many leelas are there in Krishna book, you'll find, you'll read. How Krishna has protected them. You understand? First fire come, Krishna devour. You just shut your eyes, you devour. Khaliyo. Such poisonous snake is there in the river of Jamuna. You understand? The cows are suffering, animals are suffering. All are very dear. Those who are in Vrindavan are very dear to Krishna. You understand? So, Krishna protected them. You understand? Isn't it? That Indradev became angry. Huh? And there was torrential rain with thunderbolt continuously for 7 days. So Krishna protected them by lifting Giri Govardhan. Huh? Huh? Like a mushroom, a boy picks up a mushroom. Huh? Chhatra, like an umbrella. Huh? With the left hand, with the little finger. Like, oh, take shelter. You understand? This is a question of love. Those are completely surrendered. The sadhus, they are sadhus. It's Braj Bhumi. You understand? The residents of Braj Bhumi, inhabitants of Braj Bhumi, they have developed such love towards Krishna. They, even for a moment, they are not away from Krishna. They cannot forget Krishna even for a moment. Krishna is their only object of love. And Krishna protects them. You understand? So they are the embodiment of this process of surrendering, saranagati, embodiment. Such sadhu. The sadhu is like that. Embodiment. He has developed such love towards Krishna. So it's completely surrendered. So if you have not developed such love, you cannot surrender. Your surrender may be partial. It will not be 100%. You understand? It may be partial. It cannot be 100%. Do you understand? Jagdish Pandit, yes. 100% surrender. Complete surrender. Then completely. Then Krishna said, that such a sadhu doesn't aspire for anything. He has no desire at all. No dhanam, no janam, no sundarim kavitam va jagadisa kamaye mama janmani sre bhavata bhaktir ahetkirida Mahaprabhu Sikya. He never asked for anything. Not for material wealth, material fame, material prestige, material followers, enjoyment of beautiful wife or woman. Even he never aspires for mukti, liberation. Janmani Janmaniswari Bhavatad Bhakti. Life after life, I will serve your lotus feet and give you pleasure. And in return, I don't want anything from you. You understand? By serving Lord Hari or Krishna, who is the object of love, if you ask in return anything, you are not a servant. Prahlad Maharaj says, Na se saeva banik, na se bhrutyo. Do you understand? Prahlad Maharaj. So burning, na se bhrutyo. He is a merchant. He is doing business with Krishna. Do you understand? Siddhananda is doing business with Krishna. I'll give you this thing, please give me in return this thing. Is there. Giving and taking business. Savai burning, na sabhrutya. Prahlad says, he is not a servant. He is a businessman. He is a businessman. Do you understand? Taking, giving and taking business he is doing. But who is a completely surrendered soul, whose only object of love is Krishna, he never, in return, in exchange of service, he never asked for anything. Do you understand? Na dhanam, na janam, na sundari kamitamba jagadisa kamai, mama janmani janmaniswari, bhavadad. Only I serve you and give pleasure. I don't need anything from you. Do you understand? Then Krishna says, oh, he never asked anything. Krishna is ready to give you everything. Everything means bhakti and mukti. Material enjoyment and liberation. Do you understand? He is ready to give, but you are not asking. Oh, this fellow is not asking anything. So what shall I do? So I shall give myself to him. Oh, you have to take me. Do you understand? Like this Pandit. Then you will get Krishna. Otherwise, how can you get Krishna? Or Krishna will cheat you, giving you bhakti or mukti. That we are discussing inside Ramspa. No bhakti yoga. That word, verse is there. We have already discussed. Krishna will cheat you by giving you bhakti and mukti. By giving you material enjoyment and liberation. That is cheating. No bhakti yoga, no bhakti. But one never asks for anything but renders loving service. Then Krishna, oh, he's not asking for anything. What shall I do? Krishna never becomes indebted to anybody. He always returns. You understand? If you give him 1 paisa, he'll return thousands of paisa. You understand? Never becomes indebted to anybody. But Krishna becomes indebted to such a person who never asks for anything, only serves. So what shall I do? I become indebted to him. How can I pay back his debt? So all that I gave myself to you. Take me. Do you understand? Take me. That is how you can get Krishna. Krishna je tomar Krishna dite par tomar sukh diyache. Ami je kangal Krishna Krishna boli dhain. Krishna belongs to you, also sadhu. You have developed such love towards Krishna. You have established such loving relationship with Krishna. In the moment you are rendering such loving service unto him and giving him pleasure, and in return they are not asking anything from him. So Krishna is now completely yours. Krishna gives himself completely to that person. It becomes. Then you can give me Krishna. Otherwise, who can give you Krishna? That is it. This is. Such sadhus, Mahatmas, they come and teach how to surrender, how to get Krishna. Otherwise, how to get? Then, Gour, all your sufferings here is finished, destroyed. You are in transcendental plane now. They liberate yourself to take you to that stage of fourth dimension. You understand? Transcendental plane. But there is Krishna always. You understand? That is the success of life, supreme perfection of life. And this only available, obtained through some Mahatsevaya. Mahatsevaya. By serving sadhus. And constant attention, hearing, listening, what they say. It's the only thing required. Then all this Bhagavata, everything, truth will be manifested. Just, Jasya Deve, Tatha Guru, Para Jasya Deve, Para Bhakti, Jasya Deve, Tatha Guru, Tasyaiti Gadhyayasta, Prakasante Mahatama. That mantra is there in Upanishads. One was developed Para Bhakti, Supreme Bhakti unto Supreme Lord, and similar Bhakti unto Guru. Such truth will be manifested before him. So he can say, do you understand? So Sukadeva Goswami says, this thing came out, this thing came out, this thing came out. As if he sees everything. This is manifest. Krishna manifestation, nothing else. Thank you.